There are spaces between the blinds, and I can see something of the sky through. And the wall, of course. There was a covering over the glass because the landlording did not offer to replace the blinds so that you can't see through the blinds because I stay in this room. And they did recently come and take down the covering of the window. And Charles Toe did it for them. They didn't do it for him. They said it was the fire inspector. They said take down the covering over the window so that it can be opened, I guess. But there's no screen, so there's no reason to open the window. There are sparrows outside, and they're flying nearby the doorway from my point of view. I don't really need to open the windows. I don't need a bird in here. I'm not real pleased with Charles Toe did take down the covering and he left that way. I'm not going to help him with that if he thinks that that's enough scream. The covering is to make sure that nobody can see through the window because I sleep in here and I want to be disturbed. I don't want to see somebody looking through the window either because that's scary. And I also don't want them to watch me having sex because that's scary. I would not really know that, but I would know it as God creating the sex. I would know. I don't want the karma that I have to be watching the people walking by because I create the sex. The soul doesn't know that about me that I would, and it's been molested. The sex is molested. I don't talk about it because it's not fair. And I think the people don't like it that I don't ask them to stop raping me. And I was wondering if they wanted me to stop raping them because I have maximum population alive in this world, and I don't have any sort of future of forming this world again. And the people who did cause this sexual abuse of myself, they know who they are, and they also consume the public as strangers who've never met me in my life, but they might just walk past me in a crowd, and the crowds don't stop around me because they're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. I don't have sexual abuse in karma. I have the crowds walking by me and they don't know me in karma. You can't sexually abuse me because you know me in karma, and then you don't know me in karma in public and you just walk by. They charge me the money so that the public walks by. I pay the charges so the public walks by so nobody knows who I am. They're not supposed to because you're not really human. You're shunts who don't believe in the soul. You don't believe in myself. You glutton. You eat the food supplies, what you believe in. And that's not in order. You're doing a prison. You're not supposed to eat the food supply while I'm alive. If you don't believe in me, that might be if I'm not alive, but I am alive. You don't believe in me goes to prison. It doesn't go to the store. You gave me some kind of massive problem in karma to yourselves that you don't care about what happens to me because you always don't care about me. That's why you glutton. That's your excuse. Yes, but it's not an acceptable excuse. You made and thickened and made the population so dense that I can't make it any bigger as God. To excuse your personalities for being so hard and coarse, if you think that's what God is exteriorly looking at you. And there are so many of you, that means he really can't stand you. I deceased my genitals that formed me in this God form. I have to say form twice. I have to say I deceased the genitals that formed me. And the way that this God form is female or feminine from that I was formed elsewhere is just not alive anymore. It's deceased. That means there is leverage on me that if you sexually abuse myself, there's leverage against yourself, even though you think that there isn't because you don't have immediate consequence of going to prison and being stopped from doing what you're doing to me. That means you don't have leverage to do that to myself. You don't have anyone looking for you. It's you not having leverage to hurt me. That's what leverage is. You need leverage on God to give you a death on yourself. You don't have leverage on somebody else to give you all their money. That's so strange that you think that's their money that way. It's not. It's the soul's money. It's my money, but I don't hold it. The money is due frozen in the banks. It's not my head on the money. I don't hold it. Everybody who's watching this video say, yeah, it's not my head on the money either. I'm not higher than me. You don't have the leverage, but it's fun to play around with that at your level.